Hi, my name is Ellie Tidman, and my presentation is on the effect of the amount of time a leaf pack is in the water on leaf decomposition and macroinvertebrates. I would like to begin by thanking Mr. Dunn, who helped me come up with a way to execute my project and helping with my statistical tests. And I would also like to thank my family, who went out numerous days to collect my leaf packs and helped me put them together. So for some background, leaf packs are a natural occurrence in the water. They naturally accumulate into packs within a stream due to overhanging trees or shrubs. These packs of leaves provide food and habitat for stream organisms, particularly macroinvertebrates. So that would be why I created these artificial leaf packs to measure macroinvertebrates are bugs that have no backbone and can be seen with the naked eye and are commonly used to tell water quality. So my independent variable was time. There is no specific time that a leaf pack should be left in the water, and the amount of time that leaf packs are left in the water can vary. The shortest amount of time that I used was 1 week or 7 days, and the longest was 8 weeks or 56 days. One of my dependent variables was leaf decomposition. Previous studies showed that 25% of the initial dry mass of a leaf is lost on the first day. Typically, only 3% of a leaf is left after 1 year of being in the water, and the breakdown of leaves and their downstream movement is necessary for the health of macroinvertebrates. Another one of my dependent variables was macroinvertebrates. Each species of macroinvertebrates has a role in the stream, such as a shredder, a collector, a gatherer, or a filter, and their species help show the health of a stream and can vary based on their role. For my methods, I constructed 48 leaf packs and filled them with 235 grams of leaves, and I then put rocks in them to weigh them down. I put them into 6 different clumps in the Pedrum stream on the Mattaponi River in July, and I then used a dowel rod to make sure they were all steady. Each week, over the course of 8 weeks, I pulled 5 leaf packs from the water, not disturbing the other ones that were in that clump. I then sorted through the leaf packs, removed and identified the macroinvertebrates, and then left the leaves to dry, and then recorded their dry mass. My hypotheses were, for my first null hypothesis, that leaf decomposition would be equal at weeks 1, 2, 3, and so on. My first alternative hypothesis was that leaf decomposition at week 1 would be less than that at week 2, 3, and so on. My second null hypothesis was that macroinvertebrates, number-wise and species, would be equal at weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and etc. And my second alternative hypothesis was that macroinvertebrates at week 1 would be less than or contrastingly different than that at week 2, 3, 4. This was my graph for the effect of time on leaf decomposition. There is an obvious trend line down, meaning that, so we would assume that there was an effect. And I then, with this data, after running a linear regression, I got a p-value of 1.81 times 10 to the negative 8th, which is less than 0.05, meaning that the time did have a significant effect on leaf decomposition. My next graph shows the effect of time on the amount of macroinvertebrates. So this is not necessarily a positive or negative trend, but is scattered, which also means something. And with this data also running, I had a p-value on this one, whoopsies. But I do know that my p-value was not less than 0.05, so the data does mean something, but it was not significant. This graph shows the Shannon-Weiner diversity index, which accounts for both abundance and evenness of the species present, measuring the diversity of species in a community. The higher the value, the higher the diversity. So with this data, I got a p-value of 7.1 times 10 to the negative 16th, which shows that this data is significant. Well, not that the data is significant, sorry, Mr. Dunn, but that the number of days had an effect on the Shannon-Weiner diversity. I need to add richness, obviously, which is a number of the different species that I found. And then I still need to add a graph for the Simpson's diversity index. This index is similar to the Shannon-Weiner index in that it tells us the diversity and the number of species and their abundance. It uses a value D that ranges from 0 to 1 holding the most diversity. With this, I can apply what the water quality of the stream on Page Road will be. My future research, I will get to that. And then my conclusions are that if you are looking for a specific species of macro or group of macroinvertebrates to study or look at, then I will know the best amount of time to leave a leaf pack in the water in order to find these. And I can also say that if you want to find the biggest number of macroinvertebrates, then it is best to leave a leaf pack in the water for 4 weeks.